In our last video in this segment, we took a look at installing and testing the MIE server in a Streamline V3 environment. In this video, we're going to look at exporting and installing the certificate to communicate with an iOS device. Let's take a look at our MIE server. The first thing we'll need to do on the MIE server is launch the browser and export our certificate. Once the browser is launched, we're going to go to Tools and Internet Options. Once in Internet Options, we're going to visit Content and Certificates. We're going to move over to the Trusted Root Certificate, and we're going to browse down and locate the Rico Streamline NX certificate. This certificate is installed by default. If you remember from the previous video, we did not have to enable SSL or anything of that nature. Streamline will install this certificate on all devices. So what we're going to do here, once the certificate is selected, we're going to click on Export, Next. Next, we're going to browse to our desktop. We're going to give our certificate a name, and we're going to save that certificate to the desktop. Once we click Finish, you'll see the certificate right on the desktop. I'm going to now close the browser. The next step is to get this certificate to our iOS device. In order to do that, what we're going to do here is we're going to bring up the email program. We're going to attach the certificate, and we're simply going to email it to an email account that we can access from our iOS device. All right. And we can see here that the certificate has been sent. I'm going to close this out. The next step is to move over to our iOS device and install the certificate. Now that we're on our iOS device, we're going to go ahead and check our email. If we open up the email, we'll see that the email we just sent has came in. We're going to select that. We're going to select the certificate. And we're simply going to select Install. We'll have to input our security code, in this case here. Once our security code is in place, the very next thing we need to do is click on Install. Click on Install once again, and then click Done. We can verify that the certificate has been installed by going into Settings. Once in Settings, under the General section, if we browse down to Profiles, listed here, we can see we really only have the one certificate in place. All right, this is the actual certificate. We now have the certificate installed, and we are ready to connect to the MIE server.